Okay, our topic will be about buoyancy. Ano ba yung buoyancy? Have you ever been to dagat? Madalas ba kayo nagdadagat with your baby? Okay? Sa bandang dulo, pag kayo okay, on the eye roll, alam naman natin na basta inyo, hindi nyo na-enjoy ang pagdadagat kasi solo-solo. Pero kapag kayo magdadagat, ano yung una nyo nakikita bukod sa dagat? There are certain boundaries na pwede nyo lang puntahan dun sa resort. Tama? So sa dulo nun, there is something na parang nakalutang. Okay? Ano yung nakalutang ngayon? Patay? Nakalutang na basura? Boya. So the buoy. Buoy. They call it buoy. Hindi yan yung parang buoy. Ang tawag doon, ha? Nakalutang. So yung mga mangingisda, kapag naman sila ay nagpapalaot, yung i-release nila na parang kawil, they call it kawil, o yung mga linya ng hook, yung may mga hook, nilalagyan nila yung mga naka-styrofoam. Okay, tapos mayroong flag. Okay, markers yun, na buwi rin ang tawag. Boya. So, dito, have you ever wondered how does it float? Okay, how does it float? Now, if you will have an experiment during our younger times, we'll have an experiment na kung saan palulutangin natin yung itlog sa tubig. Tama? Yung raw egg na with shell. You'll have a glass of water, what will happen to the egg? Hindi siya lulutang. Di ba? Nasa ilalim lang siya. Paano mo siya ngayon palulutangin? You add salt. And then when there is an ample amount of salt inside the glass of water, what will happen dun sa itlog? Lulutang. Kaya kayo pag nagdagat, lulutang yan. Because of the saturation of salt in the water. Tama? And that is because of the principle of Archimedes. Okay? So, we'll talk about the Archimedean principle. Okay? And stability of floating bodies. Bakit ang bangka? Okay? Yung shape niya, di ba dapat maaari siyang lumbog? Maaari siyang lumubog yung bangka, di ba? Kapag bumaliktad yung bangka, definitely lulubog yan. Unless otherwise, maubos yung air pocket sa ilalim ng bangka. When the boat capsizes, the air should be displaced. Yung air inside dun sa pocket niya must be displaced in order for it to sink. Okay? So, to introduce to you, yung Archimedes principle can be used in dairy industry for designing equipment to measure yung density. If you want to measure the density of a thing, you need to know the principle of Archimedes. Okay? So, sabi niya dyan, yung Archimedes principle, if I may correctly remember it, ay kwentong bayan lang naman din. Okay? Nung siya naliligo sa bathtub niya, bakit daw, tuwing siya lulublob sa bathtub niya, pupunuin niya yung bathtub niya ng mainit na tubig. Okay? So, every time na lulublob siya dun sa bathtub niya, natatapon yung tubig. And then, sa tuwing maliligo siya, he wonders why. He wonders why the displaced water continues to be displaced, hindi na re-retain ng container yung tubig tuwing siya lulublob. At hanggang siya lulublob yung sarili niya, buong katawan niya, talagang natatapon yung tubig. Okay? He did something, an experiment, na kung saan, yung matatapon na tubig, inilagay ulit niya sa isang batya. Yung ano niya, yung kanyang bathtub, nilagyan pa niya ng isa pang bathtub na parang batya. Okay? And then he measured the amount of water that is displaced after he went in his bathtub. So, parang nilagay niya doon, mineasure niya since hindi pa naman niya alam kung paano i-measure yung volume ng tubig. Because water will always take up the space of its container. But hindi pa natin alam during that time what type of container they have. Wala naman silang mga measuring equipment. So the only thing that he noticed is that yung weight of the displaced water is the same weight of his body. So yun yung ibig sabihin ng Archimedes principle. Sabi niya, Eureka! Alam ko na bakit yung natatapon na tubig. Okay? Hindi pa siya umiihi bago maligo. Di ba? Ganun tayo, pag maliligo, nagbabawas ang katawan natin ng tubig bago tayo mag-introduce ng bagong tubig sa katawan natin. Now, magagamit natin yung Archimedean principle in knowing the density of the fluid that you will be immersed or you are immersing something. Okay? Floating devices for measuring liquid level, etc. So, the stability of conveying packages or milk cans is based on the equation of the center of gravity. Dapat alam natin yung center of gravity ng isang bagay. Kaya nga pinag-aaralan natin yung center of gravity saan? Sa physics, sa geometry, sa statics. Okay? Some common phenomena encountered in daily life are depicted below. So number 1, ang tanong dyan, why do a ship weighing tons like the Titanic keep on floating on the bodies of water? Wag natin pag-usapan kung bakit siya nalubog. Okay? Bakit ang mas magaan, yung karayom, ilaglag mo sa tubig, lulubog. Yung pako, ilaglag mo sa tubig, lulubog. Bakit? Is it because of the shape or is it because of the composition? When we are talking about of the composition, yung density, parehas lang naman ng pako at barko, parehas lang naman yung made out of steel. Okay? So, bakit ang isang tao, he does not sink in Dead Sea? Why do they call it as Dead Sea? Right? Tinawag siyang Dead Sea because there is no one or no organisms living on it. And it is because it is one of the saltiest or highest concentration of salt sa lahat ng dagat sa buong mundo. And bakit ang life jacket, right? Sabi niya, but ang life jacket help in time of emergency, it would not make you sink. Kahit ikaw ay mas mabigat kaysa dun sa life jacket na yun. Okay? Kahit siya ay parang yung life jacket na yun magaan, pero hindi siya nalubog kasama mo. So, it is because of buoyancy. Okay. When a body is submerged in fluid, it experiences an upward thrust. Diba yung mga bakla? Lulubogan ng tatay mo. Sorry joke lang to. Yung mga tatay militar, lulubog ka sa drum. Sabi, lalaki ka. Pag angat mo, sirena po ako. Pero, nung ikaw'y bata, uso pa yung mga drum, di ba? Lalagyan natin ng tubig kasi hindi pa uso yung nawasa sa province. Yung mga drum. Pag lumublog ka, parang habang lumalalim ka dun sa drum, para kayo tinutulak ng drum. Sa pool, sa swimming pool, lumulubog ka ba? Kapag lumubog ka, mararamdaman mo para kang iniipit sa katawan mo. Ngayon, kapag kumampay ka, slowly kumampay ka, aangat ka na. Why is that so? So, it is because of the fluid pressure. So, when a body is submerged in fluid, you intend that your body has a weight. Tama? It has a mass. That mass is equal to the pressure it will be exerted upon. Kapag inilublob ka sa tubig, equal yun dun sa amount ng pressure that your body or your weight will put up on the fluid. Okay? Tutulak ka rin ng fluid papaangat. Now, if you will play games like Tomb Raider, nalalaro niyo ba yung Tomb Raider? In order for you to reach up a highest point on the temple, you need to flood the temple. you need to use fluid power, you need to use fluid pressure in order for you to reach the height. Now, ang tawag doon yung vertical upward force is known as the buoyant force. Okay? That is what you call the buoyant force, FB. Okay? It is shown in the figure below. Now, the tendency of any body to be lifted upward in a fluid against the force of gravity is known as buoyancy. Okay, how will we know what is buoyancy? Now, buoyancy simply is the ability to float in fluid. An example, in water and air, or any fluid. Okay? Hindi lang yung mga fluid na ikaw ay tawag dito, mababasa. Eh sir, bakit ang airplane? Ang airplane, yan ay lumulutang sa hangin. It is because of, number 1, of thrust. Number 2, yung difference of pressure on its wings. The pressure below on its wings and the pressure upward on its wings. You call that as lift. Okay? Ang airplane naman, aakyat yan because of lift. Ngayon, kung wala kang thrust, yung airplane mo, bababa naman yan eh. Now, if you will add thrust on your airplane, okay? Yung thrust, ibig sabihin yung power na nagtutulak sa kanya. It will cut off doon sa fluid, which is air, creating lift. Kaya siya umaangat. Okay? Now, the buoyant force is the one that is acting upon the weight of the body that is placed on that fluid. Okay? Remember what is buoyancy and buoyant force. Okay. So, which one is easier to pick up and why? Ano yung mas madali nating pulutin? Yung nasa tubig o yung nasa hangin? Yung nasa labas, hangin lang. Andito. Ano mas madali nating i-pick up? Nasa hangin, nasa tubig. Which one is easier to pick up? Yung nasa labas. Oral.
Sir, hindi kasi ako mababasa eh.
Well, actually, if you will put it this way, kapag naglaglag ka ng something on the water, parang ang hirap niyang iangat. Katulad ng nalaglag, tumalong kayo sa bangka. Tama? Tumalong kayo sa pool. Parang ang dali lang bumaba sa pool kapag ikaw ay nasa agad. Pero parang hirap mong i-pull up yung body mo pag nandun ka sa boundaries of the pool. Yung aangat ka, hindi ka magkahagdan ha. Yung aangat ka, o kaya nakahawa ka dun sa hagdan na stainless. Ang hirap iangat ng katawan mo. Bakit kaya? Now, yes, resistance of water. There is resistance of the fluid. Ibig sabihin, the fluid acting upon you, okay? Kung ikaw ay nilaglag dyan, acting upon you. Ikaw ay aangat, it slowly pulls you. That is resistance. Okay? Now, in buoyancy, okay, another example. The beach ball floats doon sa tubig. Why? Because the beach ball, okay, the buoyant force is greater than the weight of the ball. Okay, it will float, definitely. Because the weight of the ball, it carries just air. Eh, paano kung yung bola mo is medicine ball? Will it float? Actually, it will float up to a certain depth. Okay? Because buoyant force is always equal to the weight that the body is immersed to. Bears when it went in the fluid. Ganun lang yung ibig sabihin niyan. Now, getting back to the Archimedean principle, sabi dyan, any body immersed in a fluid is acted upon by an upward force equal to the weight of the displaced fluid. Yun yung sinasabi niya na sa tuwing maliligo ako, yung equal amount of fluid na natatapon dun sa bathtub ko is the same amount of the weight body ko. I want to know my weight, maligo ako. Bakit? Kaya sa banyo natin, sir, kasi mayroon tayong mga weighing scale, di ba? The amount of fluid that is displaced on your bathtub Okay? If it is completely filled, is the same amount of fluid in terms of its weight. Paano natin mini-measure yung weight ng fluid nga pala? You want to know the weight of the fluid. Weight of the fluid is equal to mass times gravity. Ang weight natin, di natin alam. During that time, wala naman tayong pang-measure, di ba? Wala tayong yung weighing scale. Ang piname-measure nila nun, yung balance lang, di ba? O isang tipak ng gold, yun lang ang kaya dyan. Ilang bato, yun ang kaya. So, ang weight mo nun is 2 stones. Diba? Simbigat ka ng 2 bato. Dito, sabi ni Archimedes, I know what is the weight of the body that is displaced. So, ilang bato? Kumari, yung weight natin, we know that density is equal to weight over volume. Density or specific weight. Tama? You want to know the body, the displaced weight of the body that is equal to your buoyant force, simply, yung weight na yan ay kukunin mo yung density ng bagay. You will know what is the density of the fluid. Okay? Ayusin natin yung ating sulat. Okay. Yung weight of the body is equal to density ng fluid na dinisplace niya times the volume of the fluid it is displaced. Now, if the fluid is simply water, okay, alam natin yung SG or the specific gravity of the fluid, density ng water, and then the volume of the fluid. That is now the weight of the body that is displaced by the water na natapon. Okay? Kaya nga, di ba, yung bato, nilagay mo niya sa tubig, yung kulay blue, if you will look it here, yung kulay blue na ito, it is the amount of the water that is displaced. Okay? Tapos, kukunin mo sa weighing scale. Hindi mo naman mailalagay yung tubig sa weighing scale unless otherwise you have the container. Okay? So, yung buoyancy, again, on figure 9, there is a floating ship. Okay? The floating ship, a solid block of steel sinks when water is, when it is placed in water. Bakit yung bloke na yan tuloy-tuloy lumubog? Bakit yung steel ship? Yung Titanic, bakit lumulutang? Isipin natin, bakit? Low buoyancy rin. Ganon din yun. Now, nakadepende rin yan sa shape of the body. Kung paano ka maglulutang. Now, when we are talking about density, okay, the higher the density of something, it sinks on water. The higher the density, it sinks. The lower its density, it floats. Okay? Sabi dyan, the thing that floats in water will also be the thing that floats in liquor. Kung nanonood kayo ng napanood niyo yung pelikula ni Jackie Chan, Drunken Master. Sabi niya, the thing that floats in water will also float in liquor. Di ba ang ininom niya gasolina? Kasi wala siyang walang alak eh. Kaya magaling sa karate kasi Drunken Master nga eh. Para gumaling sa karate, di ba? Para nakakita siya ng gasolina. Yun. Yun ang ininom niya. Anyway, intensity, yun. Okay? So if the object has a higher density, it sinks. If the object has a lower density, it floats. If the object has the same density, it floats in the middle of the water. Okay? Actually, sinking, okay? Kung yung tubig natin, if the density is equal to what is on water, nandun ka lang sa gitna ng water, hindi ka aabot sa pinakailalim. Buong katawan mo submersed. Okay? So, how will we change our floatability or buoyancy? You change the density. Okay? You change its density. Next, you can change the density of the object by increasing or decreasing its mass. Number one. Or, increasing or decreasing its volume. Tingnan nga natin dito. Balik natin. Okay. The difference between the two, ano, tingin nyo? Although they have the same density, they are made out of steel, what happens there? They have the same density, remember. Anong pinagkaiba nila? No? Yes. What about the shape? Somehow. But directly speaking, they have the same density, they have different mass, yes. But what makes them float is their volume. Let us say the volume of the steel block, maliit siya, tama? Length times width times height. How about the boat? Mas malaki yung volume niya kasi surface area, tama? Mas malaki. So, ibig ko sabihin, in order for it to float in water, you lessen its density by having its volume very big. No matter how big the mass is, but the volume is, if the volume is very big, you will float. Ganun yung nangyari sa barko. Lakihan mo yung barko, kaya nga mas safe pa yung malaking barko kaysa sa maliit na barko. Bakit? Well, actually, yung malaking barko, mahirap itaob kaysa sa maliit na barko. Mas maraming bangka na maliit ang tumatawid kaysa sa malaking barko ang tumatawid. Okay? So, buoyancy, an object will sink. Okay, ano yung causes niya? Yung weight is greater than the buoyant force. Huwag nating sabihin may butas, ha? Natural yun. Kapag may butas yan, talagang lulubog yan. When the object is denser than the fluid, mas mataas yung density, okay? Sabi dyan, when the density of the object is greater than that of the density of the fluid, it will sink. The object increases its mass and becomes denser than the fluid. So yung mass mo is greater. And then object decreases its volume. Yan yung mga condition. Increases mass, decreases volume. Okay, the object will float likewise. So the weight is less than the buoyant force if weight of the object is less than the buoyant force or force buoyant. Okay? The next, object is less dense than the fluid. Then, yung object natin is less than that of the fluid. Diba yung styrofoam, less dense siya kaysa fluid. Okay? So, object increases its volume. Baliktad naman. Now, pero sinasabi dito, to solve for problems in buoyancy, we identify the forces acting and apply conditions of static equilibrium. Now, ang buoyant naman is horizontal forces. So, if you have the weight of the body, this one, pulling down, pushing down, and then the buoyant force is countering it. Okay? So, sabi dito, you consider the static equilibrium equation. Yung summation of horizontal forces that is equal to 0, wala namang pushing and pulling. Yung vertical naman, meron ka dyang going down and going up. So, ibig sabihin, there is no moment. Wala kang torsion. Or wala kang moment dyan na iikot-ikot mo yung body. Now, the buoyant force is equal to, okay, FB2 minus FB1. Okay? Ngayon, yung force of the weight or gravitational pull, and next is the pressure of the water. Now, the buoyant force is equal to density ng fluid times volume of the body minus volume displaced. Okay? O, yan yun. So, the buoyant force is the weight of the displaced fluid. And then, sabi dyan, ano ba yung displaced fluid mo? So, meron ka dito, density ng fluid times volume displaced. So, weight of the object in air, and then the weight of the object in water. Nagbabago yun. Pero, yung mass ng object sa water at mass of the object on air is equal. Okay? So, what is the unit weight of the liquid? Lalo na water? 9.81 kilonewton per cubic meter or 9810 newton per cubic meter in SI. In English, that is 62.4 pound per cubic foot. So, ano pa yung mga other formula dyan? For homogeneous solid body, volume B, floating in a homogeneous fluid. O, ito yun. The volume displaced is equal to specific gravity of the body nung object divided by specific gravity of the fluid multiplied to the volume. Next, if a body of height h has a constant horizontal cross-sectional area, hindi nagbabago, such as vertical cylinders, blocks, etc. So, yung D, SG ng body, SG ng fluid, height. Direkta yun. Okay? So, if the body is uniform vertical cross-sectional area, hindi nagbabago yung kanyang cross-sectional area. Yung area submerged is SG ng body, SG ng fluid, and area niya, cross-sectional area. Okay? Then, let us talk about center of buoyancy. So, ang center of buoyancy is the point through which the buoyant force acts. Okay? Andun yun sa center of the body. That is center of buoyancy. From the container, from bottom to the center of the mass of the body. So, much better if we will have several problems about buoyancy. Okay? So, let us focus on the problems. So, ipakilabas ng ating mga calculator. Okay? Labas ang ating mga calculator. So, I have here, problem number 1. For buoyancy. Okay? I-zoom in natin yan. Let us have our calculator. Tagal lumabas yung calculator natin. Okay? So, yun yung calculator natin. So, for problem number 1. Ay, alam niyo yung iceberg? Ano yung iceberg? Sir, yan po yung bar sa MOA. Okay. It is believed that it is the one that made the Titanic sink. An iceberg. Okay? So, according to the problem, an iceberg having a specific gravity of 0.92. Okay, lista natin dito. SG nung ice. That is equal to 0.92. Okay? Is floating on salt water having a specific gravity of 1.03. SG ng SG. SW, salt water. That is equal to 1.03. If the volume of the ice above the water surface, i-drawing natin siya. So, drawing natin yung ating bagay. So, it is the datum plane. Okay, that is water. As meron kang bilog dyan. Okay? So, this is the weight of the iceberg. Tapos, nandito yun sa ilalim. meron ka ditong buoyant force, FB. So, ito yung madi-displace mo. This is the amount of the displaced volume. Yan. The volume of the ice above the water surface is 1,000 cubic meter. Volume of ice above. That is equal to 1,000 cubic meter. Okay? Anong hinahanap dyan? What is the total volume of the ice? So, hinahanapin natin. Okay. Solution. Let us solve this one. Mag-summation of forces tayo sa vertical. Equal to 0. Okay? So, yung buoyant force mo, that is equal to the weight of the ice. So, this one, buoyant force minus weight of the ice equal to 0. Tama yan. Now, you want to know the weight of the ice. So, the weight of the ice, you have equal to. So, this one, so ice times volume of the ice. Okay. So, this is SG nung ice, density ng water, tapos volume ng ice. This is in total, ha? Yan. So, yung buoyant force naman natin, lagyan natin dito, A. Ito, meron tayo, check. Ito, meron tayo, ito, wala. Yan yung tinatanong natin. So, the buoyant force is equal to, okay, weight of the ice. Okay? And also, this is equal to yung sa salt water, di ba? Balik tayo dito sa drawing natin. Ano ba i-displace na volume nito? Itong volume na ito, yung ilalim na yan, yung submerged, is equal to the volume ng ice. Anong ice? Nung salt water. Okay? Na i-displace niya. Wala, nasa isang container siya, yun yung matatapon sa container. Okay? O, tignan natin. This is yung sa salt water, okay? Tapos volume of the displaced. Where yung density ng salt water mo is Sg ng salt water, density ng water, tapos yung volume displaced simply is yung volume ng ice above. No. Volume of the ice, total. Total minus volume of ice above. I-check natin. Meron tayo nito. Check. Meron tayo nito. Wala tayo nito. Meron tayo nito. Okay? So, pwede bang equate ko yung dalawa? So, for equation. So, SG, di ba ito yung B? Equate natin yung A and B. Equate A and B. So, meron akong SG ni ice, tapos density ni water, tapos volume ni ice. Total. Equal to SG ni salt water, density ni water, tapos V ice total minus V ni ice above. So, pwede tayo mag-cancel dito. Ano yung parehas? Ito. Tsaka ito. pwedeng distribute ko na sila. Yung SG ng ice simply is 0.92 times volume ni ice total equal to SG ng salt water 1.03 tapos multiply natin sa volume ni ice total minus ano to, yung volume ng ice above. Di ba given yan na 1,000 cubic meter? Okay, lagay ko na lang dito 1,000. Sir, shift solve. Bawal mag-shift solve ha. Distribute algebraically. 0.92 B total. Simplify natin. So 1.03 volume total minus 1.03 times 1,000. Pagsamahin ko yung parehas. Okay? So this will become 1.03 minus 0.92 volume total. This is equal to 1.03 times 1,000. Lagay ko na yung unit cubic meter. Divide ko both sides by 1.03 minus 0.92. So ilabas natin yung calculator. So calculator, 1.03 times 1,000 divide by 1.03 minus 0.92. So the total volume of the ice now is, okay, volume total is equal to 963.64 cubic meters. O, di ba madali lang? Basic lang yung mga tanong na ganyan. Sir, di ba sir, meron kang tinuturo dito na shortcut? Balikan natin to shortcut na to. Okay? May tinuturo ka sir na shortcut, sabi mo eh. What if homogeneous naman yung solid body? Pwede. Take note that for homogeneous body, okay, sabi dyan, solid body of volume V floating in homogeneous fluid at rest, ay non-moving. So, pwede natin kunin itong equation na to. Check. Okay? Kunin ko yung snipping natin. Okay, snipping tool tayo. Okay, another technique. Floating daw siya eh. Okay? Lagay natin dito. So, solution, alternate solution. Alternate. Okay, alternate solution to. Paste natin dito. Ayan. So, this one is the alternate solution. Sir, alam natin that the body is floating on a homogeneous fluid. Correct. Okay? So, sir, pwede bang yung volume displaced natin is equal to volume total ng ice minus volume ng ice above? Tama? Tama ba? So, this is equal to, okay, VT minus 1,000. So, meron tayong na-form na equation. Okay? So, yung equation natin dito, volume displaced SG ng body, SG ng fluid. O, salpak na natin yung equation na to dito. Okay? So, BD is VT minus 1,000 equal to yung body, yung sa ice, 0.92 divide by 1.03 times the volume of the fluid total, o, VT. Okay? So, simplify natin to. Calculator ulit. Mag-algebra pa ba tayo? Hindi natin pinahirapan sarili natin. So, this is 0.92 divide by 1,000 tuloy, 1.03. So, kunin mo yung value. This is 0.8932. 0.8932 VT. Tapos meron kang VT minus 1,000. Alternate solution na yan ha. So pag samahin ko silang buo, this is factor out si VT 1 minus 0.8932 equal to 1,000. Divide both sides by 1 minus 0.8932. So, what will be the answer? So, 1,000, 1 minus 0.8932. So, same lang sila. 9363.64. So, VT is 9363.64 cubic meter. Okay? So, nagawa natin ng paraan. Nag-algebra tayo pero konti na lang. Okay? Understood? So, I still have another problem here. This one. Palakihan natin para kitang-kita nyo. Ba naman to? Okay, a stone, okay, weighs 460 Newton in air. So, dito lang, sa labas. When submerged in water, it weighs 300 newtons. Find the volume and specific weight of the stone. Ano kayang bato ito? Okay? So, ano kaya special sa bato na ito? So, sabi dito, okay, when it is submerged in water, drawing natin siya. Okay, drawing natin yung stone. Hindi ko mapantay yung drawing ko. Ayan. So, nandito yung stone. Ayan, bato daw yan, bato. So, yung i-displace niyang water, ito, kumari, ito nila yung di-displace niyang water. Okay? Okay, displaced water. Water. Di ba sabi dito, yung weight ng stone on air is equal to 460 newtons. Correct? Yung weight ng stone on water is 300 newtons. Okay? Sir, ang pinahanap dito is the volume of the stone. How will you know yung kanilang pag-usapan natin, di ba itong stone mo, meron tong weight? Tama? May weight yan. And then, sa taas niyan, yung buoyant force. So, the buoyant force or FB is equal to yung weight, yung weight ng object in air minus weight of the object in water. And that is also equal to yawa. Yawa tuloy. Yawa VD. So, yung density ng stone, okay? Density ng di-displace niyang water, and then the volume of the stone. Yun. Okay? So, sir, hanap na natin what is the buoyant force here. So, the buoyant force will be equal to weight on air, so 460 minus 300 newtons. So, this is now equal to 160 newtons. Yan yung buoyant force mo. Okay? Next. Sabi dito, yung volume displaced of the stone is the same volume of the object submerged in the fluid. Pero ano yung formula natin doon? Yung BD is equal to uh, gamma nung object over gamma nung fluid tapos volume nung stone, object, volume of object. Ganyan yun eh. So, sir, pwede ko makuha dito yung volume of stone. Yes, you know the buoyant force eh. Okay? So, ito yung equation, working equation dyan. Now, pwede ko munang makuha yung volume ng stone. So, the volume of the stone from here, okay, that is buoyant force divided by gamma ng water. Okay. So, buoyant force is 160 newtons. Ano nga yung gamma ng water? 9810 newton per cubic meter. So, I now have the volume of the stone. So, what is the volume of the stone? Kunin natin sa calculator. Okay, the volume of the stone now is 160 divided by 9810. So, this is 0.0163. 0.0163 cubic meters. Ayan yung volume ng stone. Okay. Now, you are asked to find the specific weight of the stone. You want to know the specific weight of the stone, ha? For the specific weight of the stone, that is equal to weight of the stone over volume ng stone. Pero yung weight ng stone kasi, that is equal to the in air. Okay? Yan yung in air. So, this is equal to 460 newtons divided by 0.0163 cubic meters. Okay. So, 460. Kita ba? Okay, kita naman. 460 divided by 0.0163. So, the answer is, ano answer natin? Nakikita sa, 28220. Okay. So, the answer is 28, okay, 28220.86. 220.86 Newton per cubic meter. Basic lang yung mga tanungan pa. Okay? So that is problem number 2. So let us move again to the next problem. Lakyan natin siya. Okay, just tell me if you can see it. Okay. So, on number 3, the block shown on the figure weighs 3,500 pounds. Find the value of the height nito, nandito. So, meron kang water and then meron kang oil. So, submerge siya sa water. Ito yung water nasa ilalim. Di ba, oil will always float on top of water. Di ba? Ang langis ay nasa taas parati ng water. So, dito yan, nilagay mo yung bloke, lumutang siya sa tubig, nakalutang din siya sa oil. Okay? Sir, paano kaya to? Meron kang buoyant force on the oil. Meron ka ring buoyant force on water. Okay? So, mag-summation of forces ka dito. Summation of forces, vertical equal to 0. Okay? Di ba dito, meron kang buoyant force ng oil, tinutulak pataas, buoyant force of water, pababa yung weight ng block. So, summation of forces vertical equal to 0. Lahat ng pataas, kaliwa, lahat ng pababa, kanan. So, buoyant force on oil plus the buoyant force on water is equal to weight of the block. Okay? So, you want to find yung height that is missing. Okay? So, first, gawa tayo na equation. Yung buoyant force on oil is equal to density. Saan ba siya nakalubog? Pag buoyant force sa oil, oil din. Ngayon, ano yung nakalubog dyan? Siyempre, yung volume displaced. Okay, ito yung first equation. So, this is SG ng oil, density ng water, okay? Tapos yung volume displaced niya. Ano ba yung magiging volume displaced dito? Binigyan ka ng area, okay, ng block. So, area of the base times the height. So, this is SG ng oil, binigay dyan ay 0.8. Density ng water is, English unit, 62.4 pound per feet cube. Ano yung area ng base? Nilagay dito is, nasa taas ha, ito, 12 feet by 12 feet. Okay, i-highlight natin. This is 12 feet by 12 feet. Ito yung SG ng oil. Okay, may 9 feet akong height dito. Nung buong bloke. Ito, 3 feet. Okay? Ano yung submerged dun sa water? So, let us see. So, this is area of base, 12 feet times 12 feet times, yung submerged lang dun sa oil is 3 feet. Okay. Solve natin to. Calculator. Magiging pounds to ha. So, 0.8 times 62.4 times 12 times 12 times 3. So, the buoyant force is 21,565.44. 21,565.44. Okay? Correct na yan. 4 pounds. Cancel to mga unit na yan. So, this is for oil. How about buoyant force on water? So, the buoyant force on water is, saan ba siya nakalubog? Yun ang tatanungin mo sa water. Okay, water. Tapos, volume displaced. Okay? Kung ano lang yung nakalubog sa kanya. So, the buoyant force on the water, okay? So, this is 62.4 pound per feet cube. Hindi natin alam dito So, 12 times 12 times H. Pagsama-samahin na natin sila. Okay? So, this is A. This is B. Saan ko ilalagay? Dito sa equation na ito. Okay? So, weight of the block is, ano ba density ng block dyan? Ayun, 3,500 pounds. So, from equation, 3,500 pounds equal to 21,565.44 plus 62.4 times 12 squared, okay? Tapos lalagay mo dito pound per feet. Kasi na-cancel na yung square dito Tapos H. Okay? Simplify natin. So, 62.4 times 12 squared. Okay? Cancel mo na yung pound. Pound. Okay? Ito, pound din to Cancel na yung unit na yan. Equal to, okay, may H dito. Equal to uh, 3,500 at 35,000 minus 21,565.44. So, divide both sides by so 62.4 times 12 squared. So, the height is tab natin, okay? Algebra lang, di ba? 35,000 times, minus pala, minus 21,565.44, 62.4 times 12 squared. So the answer is 1.495 feet. Okay, so that is for your sample problems. Okay, so let us have a 5-minute break. Naintindihan ba yung buoyant? You practice buoyant force kasi meron pa akong sample next meeting. Okay? Gano'n oras tayo? 4:30. Hindi ko naman kailangan pangalan ko yung meeting. Binigay ko na yung booklet. Binigay ko na ba yung booklet? Papakaxerox yun. Pa-print nyo na lang. Okay, pa-xerox yun. Okay na? So, if you've got any questions, feel free to ask. If none, okay, you may help me leave